Di ba dito?
잠시만요, 기사님. 서른 하나지?
In 1945, two big countries, the US and Soviet Union, they came to Korean Peninsula with two different ideologies, communism and democracy, capitalism. And they even decided to split up Korean Peninsula into two temporary occupation zones, temporary, not permanent, drawing 38 spiral on the map, straight line. But this is not current border line. I'm gonna introduce the current border line later, okay? But even though we were temporarily split up, we continue to have one government, not divided yet. We could visit each other, not yet. But we failed to have one. Because in Korean Peninsula, some people wanted to follow communism. Some other people wanted to follow democracy, capitalism. So we failed to have one government. So 3 years later, 1948, South part, we had our own government first, which is called ROK, Republic of Korea. Okay? And then you can see my t-shirt, ROKA. It means Republic of Korean Army. But don't misunderstand, I'm not an army. This is just civilian t-shirt, okay? I don't want to volunteer for army, I'm scared. We will walk around 10 minutes together. And then you can use the toilet, okay?
Ay, yun yung tinuro niya sa picture.
Last week I couldn't see the price. And shoes, donation. But we can see more donation.
Ah, 208.
Layo pa nga. Yung
Ito
yung
malapit.
city kasi. Oo.
North Korea to or South
Oo,
Korea?
Yung is North Korea na to.
Itong Gyeong?
Oh, Gaesong.
Tapos ayun nga pa China.
Quezon ata, Quezon.
Ito Beijing, oh. Berlin. Ah, layo. Original railway yan. Yan siya papuntang Gaesong? Gaeseng? Gaeseng, Pyongyang, Beijing, and Berlin.
Akala ko nagjo-joke ka lang.
Feeling ko kasi may enjoy ko to kasi doon sa coins lang yun.
Coins na. Hindi mo magagamit man ng ever. Kaya pa ba?
May tsura ng cherry blossom pag kulay green. Alam nyo ba? Ganyan yung kulay niya. Ano yung sabihin?
Ito. Ito mga meron yan. Pero yung DMZ dito.
By the way, after this checkpoint, we are crossing one bridge. The name of the bridge is Unification Bridge, but the bridge has very cute nickname. Have you heard about cow bridge, animal cow? Have you heard about Hyundai Motors? Hyundai or Hyundai car company? The founder of Hyundai, Mr. Jung Ju-young, he was born in North Korea before. But he was born to a very poor family, but he was ambitious to become rich. So before Korean War, he started a small business selling rice in South Korea first. And then his business got bigger and bigger. Finally became the conglomerate like Samsung. You know Samsung? LG, Hyundai, very big company. He became rich. So when we had a much better relationship between two Korea before 1998, Mr. Jung donated 1,001 cows by Hyundai trucks through the bridge. So that's why the bridge was nicknamed Cow Bridge. But we heard 1,000 cows to be donated, but one cow gave a birth in North. That's why it became 1,001 cow. Very cute story, okay? I will show you two photos about the bridge. Yeah, this river is Imjingak River. But this river Actually, we got the information about this tunnel from one North Korean defector whose name is Kim Bu-sung, Mr. Kim. He was an engineer for the tunnel in North Korea, but in 1974 he defected through China and came to South Korea. He made it and then gave the information about this tunnel to South Korean military. So after we got the information, we put 107 PVC pipes with water every 2 meters. Okay, but a few years later, one PVC pipe, it erupted with water shooting into the air. Water shooting into the air. Why? Because of the pressure of the dynamites which were used by North Korea. Because North Korea, they dug a little hole and insert the dynamite and exploded. In that way, they made the tunnel. But because of the pressure of the dynamite eruption, around the eruption area, we put 5 more boreholes with water. But all the water drained. It means there is a big hole underground, and this tunnel was finally found. But when the tunnel was first found, North Korea government denied. No, we didn't dig the tunnel for invading. We dug the tunnel for coal mine. But ironically, no coal was found at all. Okay, no coal. Okay, but they put some black coal powder inside to pretend. Oh my God. We don't know why they did that. We don't understand. But anyway, some of my guests who entered the tunnel, they get some black coal powder here or here or here. They took a photo. And some of my guests who got the black coal powder and show me, Katie, this is the souvenir from North Korea, and they took a photo. So anyone here who is going inside, if you want a souvenir from North Korea, you can get some black coal powder in the rear tunnel or here. Okay, it's up to you. And then by the way, here I'm gonna introduce some photo zone. In your free time, you can take some photo. Also, at the best photo zone, about 10 minutes before meeting time on the bus, I will stay nearby. You can ask me for photo. But inside the tunnel, there are some CCTV. Soldiers are monitoring. No photo, no photo. That's why no bag, no camera, no cell phone, no cap, no hat. So you have to put your stuff in the free locker with your own pass number. You can have your own pass number. Put your stuff and lock. After you finish tunnel, you can get it back. But visible bottle of water bottle, it's okay. It's okay, okay? And then watch, smartwatch, okay. Or portable fan, it's okay. Okay, how about wallet and passport? If you want, it's okay, but I don't recommend, because 1.5 years ago, one of my guests, he put his passport in the pocket of the pants, but when he bent a little bit, maybe it was not deep, dropped, and he lost his passport. That's why better put it in the locker. Anyway, but no cap also. Everybody must wear yellow safety helmet. It's mandatory. Okay. So anyway, I will give you more information showing the photo of the tunnel. But once we get to the parking lot, I will let you know meeting time on the bus. But please follow me first. Even though you don't go inside the tunnel, please follow me. There are many chairs inside the tunnel building. You can have some free time later, even though you don't go inside. Okay.
North Korea started the Korean War in alliance with the Soviet Union.
The war had turned the entire nation into ruins, resulting in over 3.9 million deaths. This war among Koreans was a true tragedy. After 3 years and 1 month, the Korean War ended with the Armistice Agreement signed in Myeongdong on July 27, 1953. It led to the formation of the DMZ around the military demarcation line to prevent the war from starting again. But even after the Armistice Agreement, North Korea dug underground tunnels below the demarcation line in order to invade South Korea. On November 15, 1974, an underground tunnel was discovered 1.2 kilometers south of the demarcation line, which is 8 kilometers northeast of Gorangpo, Yeoncheon, Gyeonggi-do. This is the first tunnel. On March 24th of the following year, 1975, the second tunnel was discovered 13 kilometers north of Cheolwon, Gangwon-do. And on October 17, 1978, the third tunnel was found. Discovered 435 meters south of the demarcation line, which is 4 kilometers south of Panmunjom. The third tunnel is big enough for 30,000 soldiers and artillery to pass through within 1 hour. Within the tunnel, there were clear evidences of the tunnel being planned to be used to invade South Korea. On March 3, 1990, the fourth tunnel was found 26 kilometers northeast of Yeongdo, Gangwon-do. North Korea was intending to use these underground tunnels for simultaneous full-scale attack on multiple fronts, causing critical damage to South Korean forces and nationwide panic. In addition to the 4 tunnels already discovered, it is expected that there are many more tunnels that haven't been found. North Korea is provoking this endlessly, using tunnels underground, as well as on land and sea. North Korea's provocations are becoming ever more aggressive and intricate. The attack on naval ship Cha and bombing of Myeongdong in 2010 was more than provocation. It was a declaration of war. And above the tunnels, there is the DMZ. Land of life, paradise of migratory birds, and for everlasting peace, the DMZ lives on. The DMZ is a paradise for moose, goats, and wild flowers. From Chinese geese to eagles, and rare birds such as white cranes, herons, and black-faced spoonbills. The DMZ is a land of life, where wild animals live in harmony. The miracles of DMZ is now changing once again and spreading its popularity in the world. Developed into a tourist destination, the areas around the DMZ will heighten our security awareness and offer tremendous opportunities for people to coexist with nature. Beyond preservation of the ecosystem and tourism for emphasizing the importance of national security, the DMZ is becoming a symbolic space for the era of unification. Our painful history is buried in the DMZ and tunnels, but this is just another meaning for the hope and desire of reunification. We should learn the lesson that our painful history must not be repeated. Korea has overcome the pain of war and achieved miraculous economic growth. And another miracle that we must achieve as we pursue harmony and coexistence, unification. Until that day comes, the DMZ will be alive forever.
For the work. But this village, after 20 years after the armistice agreement in 1973, was first made. Okay, but at that time, as I told you, North Korea dug a lot of tunnel to invade again. So not good relationship, very tense mood between two Korea. That's why not anybody could live here. Only 80 households could live in this village. 40 households for the soldiers who just retired at that time. 40 households for the people who live in the area before the Korean War. Only 80 allowed. Okay, but nowadays it's much bigger, having 470 people living there. As I told you, they are mostly farmers who are growing rice, ginseng, and soybean. But one special thing in the village, most of the houses, before all of the houses, but nowadays few houses started having gate, but still most of the houses in this village don't have a gate, no gate at all. That's why any tourist, Korean, foreigner, any person, tourist, guest, not allowed to walk deep inside the village. Not allowed for the security. We heard before pandemic, a few tourists tried to walk deep inside. What if they go inside? Security not allowed. That's why we will park in the middle of the village. Near the parking lot, you can see some photo zone. The name of the village in big letter, Unification Village, and some decoration with the flower, some photo zone. Nowadays also you can see Oh, getting dark and dark. Okay. Oh, scary. Okay. There are a lot of lotus there. Okay. So there is some photo zone. If you like taking a photo, you can do it. And then also there is a toilet. After this place, we are going back to the Dora Place City Hall. It takes 1 hour. That's why if you can't wait another 1 hour, better using toilet here. Okay. And then there's an outdoor cafe. Of course, it's coffee. But I want to introduce one local specialty. Soybean ice cream without milk. Vegan ice cream. If you like ice cream without milk, vegan ice cream, there are two. Soybean original, chocolate flavor added soybean ice cream. Okay, you can enjoy. Okay, so after pandemic they started the serving, but most of my guests love the taste soybean ice cream. And inside the building, turn right. There is a last souvenir shop with a local specialty. I'm not going to introduce the DMZ souvenir anymore. You already check, okay, in the souvenir shop. But I want to introduce some local specialty. Some of the product you cannot buy in downtown, only here. Also some South Korean tourists check buy here, okay? Number one, ginseng. Korean ginseng is good for immune system, hormone balancing, anti-aging, okay? It's not medicine but good for health, okay? So kimchi and ginseng is very important for Korean people. So ginseng extract, honey ginseng, ginseng tea. So there are 3 kinds of product. But best quality of ginseng, we use only 6 years old root. So best quality for 6 years. Farmers have to grow 6 years. Cannot be cheap. Okay. Anyway, you can trust the quality here. One of the best, not best, one of the best. Okay. Because it's made under the organization of 농협. 하주 농협. Number 2, DMZ chocolate. If you like chocolate, grown up here. Black bean, white bean, small bean, green bean, soybean. There are 5, but you cannot buy every 5 kinds. Too much. Okay, if you like chocolate, I recommend red black bean with milk chocolate covered red color of DMZ layer. That is best taste, best selling, but not super sweet. Some sweet. Okay. Number 3. Local beer. If you like beer, there's a ginseng rice beer. Local beer. You cannot buy in now. You cannot try. So here, even German guests love the taste. Okay, anyway, so okay, beer, local beer. Last number 4. Inside the last souvenir shop, there is a small booth with some South Korean cosmetic. Of course, you can buy cosmetic in Myeongdong or Olivion, of course. But there's a cosmetic here. They are sold the U.S. Army and South Korean Army. Very big promotion. Some product. So snail cream. 2 kinds of snail cream. 80% discount. Okay, very big promotion. So if you need to buy some souvenir for considering cosmetic, you can check here. Okay, and then and then there are many more local specialty or local product. I will stay inside. If you have any question without know English with some product, ask me. I will try to help you. Okay. And then, by the way, I want to ask one thing. There are. Have you recognized it's not easy for us to find the trash bin in downtown? Yeah, even for me, not easy. But there are a lot of trash bin here. Okay, that's why if you have a garbage with you in the bus, on the bus, sometimes I take out my garbage from the bag. You can throw away here for you and for driver especially. Okay, please. By the way, driver doesn't like ice cream. If you try ice cream, you should finish before coming back. But we can stay here 15 minutes or 20 minutes on your lawn. So I will give you 20 minutes, okay, 20 minutes. Once we almost arrive, on your left side, toilet building. On your right side, photo zone. To the front, outdoor cafe. Oh, one more. Have you heard of makgeolli? Traditional Korean rice wine, liquor. Okay, there's a free event.
Tatlo na to.
Tatlo na daw ito. Okay na daw. Kuha ka pa ng isang cup.
Ay, nandun tayo.
Direction, North Korea. This direction, South Korea. Have you seen very wide river in Seoul? Han River, Hanga? Yeah, this river flows to the west. This direction meets Han River the beginning part of the Han River, 20 minutes or 30 minutes away by car, Han River. So from north and towards Han River in Seoul, connecting, okay, Korean Peninsula. Okay, Korean Imjingak River. The name of this river is Imjingak River. And do you remember cow? Cow? Yeah. How about saying goodbye? At the end of the bridge here. Okay, bye bye cow. See you tomorrow for me. Some of my guests you can meet again for the DMZ Tour in the future. Okay, bye bye. Yeah, it's gonna be rainy. Take care. Okay, yeah. Okay. By the way, it takes about 1 hour from here to the drop place, City Hall subway station. If you have any question, any other question, any, okay? Not only how to go back to your hotel, okay? So on the way back to Seoul, we have enough time. But don't stand up. Okay, send me message through WhatsApp. Sometimes my guests send me message. I go to my guest seat and try to help. Okay, so better sending message, okay, than standing up. Okay, it's dangerous. Bus is moving. Okay, I will say goodbye individually at the drop place city, or I'm not going to cry now. Okay, I'm not going to. Okay, hold. Yeah, it was really nice meeting you today. Nice guest. Okay. By the way, did you enjoy the tour with Katie? Yeah.
Tik-tak.
Ay, groups pala yun.
Ayun nga eh. Ito. Mecha. Ay, umiiyak. Wala lang tunog. Nalimutan ko tanong kung may option na change to.
Wala ba sila?
Ayun siya, baka yun ang nasa picture, both. Hindi kaya? Oo, kasi ang ganda na itsura niya.
Egg, snowflake, something nga pa rin.
입구와 매장에 도착하는 QR코드를 휴대폰으로 찍으시면 간편하게 상품 위치와 재고 수령
May bili ng lacto.
Ano lang to? Pumunta mo na doon. Ikaw, Louie.